boys and girls. Today I wanted to share a story with you titled 10 Things I Can Do to Help My World. And the author is Melanie Walsh. I chose this book because this week is Earth Day. And, oh, excuse Milo. I think he's getting hungry. He's hanging out pretty close by. I chose this book because this week is Earth Day. And that's a day that we usually really try to think about some of the things that we can do around our house and in our neighborhoods or in our yards to help the environment and the world that we live in. So as I'm reading the story, I want to see if you can maybe relate to some of the things that they talk about. Maybe you also do some of the things in this story, and maybe there's some things that you haven't thought of that maybe you could start to do around your home. Okay, let's see. I remember to turn off the light when I leave the room. It says turning off lights and using more efficient light bulbs saves valuable energy. And I really like what the author did here. If you can see, she wrote the words in the shape of a light bulb. And we've seen that before in other stories as well, but I always think it's neat when authors do that. I try to turn off the tap when I brush my teeth. Every time you do this, you save 18 glasses of water. You can see the words are coming out of the tap and going into the drain. I always, you can see there's a trash basket here. We have apple juice, some paper laying around. Try to throw my trash away. It says putting garbage away keeps the world safe and clean. I know you boys and girls are really good at that in the classroom, putting all your trash and garbage away after you're done eating. I will feed the birds in winter. Feeding the birds help them get ready for nesting in the spring. I use both sides of the paper. If everybody did this, it would greatly reduce the number of trees we use to make paper. I know that's something that we're still working on in the classroom as well. Sometimes we forget to use that back side. I remind my parents to unplug the TV when we are not watching it. Many electrical appliances use energy even when they're turned off. And that's one I will admit, I don't do that often. I have to say, I don't personally watch a lot of TV. I try to turn it off when I'm not watching it, but that's one I know I could work on, is unplugging it as well. I enjoy making toys from things around the house. We can reduce lots of things before we throw them away. I like, see if you can make sure you see the pictures. I like to walk to school. It says avoiding car trips saves gas and cuts down on air pollution. Walking is also good exercise. I know I love to walk. I know we can't always have the option to walk to school, but those of you who are very close and are able to, maybe you could convince an adult or a neighbor to do that with you when the weather's nice and sunny. I can plant seeds and help them grow. Plants help keep the air clean and healthy. I help sort the recycling. So here we have cans, glass, compost, plastic, paper. It says more than half our garbage can be recycled. It takes much less energy to recycle something than to replace it with something new. All because I love my world. All right, so I would love if you took some time and talked to your mom or your dad or an adult close by, maybe your brothers or sisters, and see if you also do some of the things that they talked about in this story, Or maybe like myself, I know there was one that really stood out to me that I could work on, and maybe there's some things that you and your family could start to do that maybe you don't already. Have a great day, boys and girls.